Hey, it's Phil. In this Digital Wealth Academy versus Digital Boss Academy video, I want to share with you the differences between these two popular programs, the DWA versus the DBA. So if you are someone thinking about getting started with either of them, by the end of this video, you'll know which one is right for you. And just before we get started, if you do decide to join either of these programs, I have also created a bonus package for both of them. So if you want to get set up faster, if you want to also convert your traffic better with pre-made funnels and emails, as well as get traffic training, which fuels my multiple six-figure business, make sure you check out my bonuses down below because these are not to be missed. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I've logged into my school platform. This is where the Digital Wealth Academy and the Digital Boss Academy are hosted. Now I have purchased both of these programs with my own money. And honestly, I'm just going to tell you exactly how I feel about both of them just to save you a bit of time. So the first thing to compare is the amount of members inside of it. The DWA has 128,000 students inside of it. The DBA has 36. Now, honestly, the DBA was launched a little bit after the Digital Wealth Academy, but realistically, the DWA was like, it just took over the internet. It was crazy how many people started joining this program and how many people were sharing it as well. It's absolutely insane. Now, in terms of the creators, this is Rachel Madero. She is the founder of the Digital Wealth Academy. When I first started following her in her journey when she launched the Digital Wealth Academy, she had less than 100,000 followers. Now she's got about 486. This is after about 18 months. So insane amounts of growth inside of it. And if we look at the creator of the Digital Boss Academy, this is billionaire Brooklyn. She's got 44,000. When I started following her, she had around 18,000, I believe. So in the last year and a bit, she's grown about 30,000 inside of it as well. Now you can see that she's actually just won these school games. This is for another community that she hosts. So she's come a long way. I believe that Rachel kind of had more experience in digital marketing before she released the Digital Wealth Academy. Whereas I feel like billionaire Brooklyn just wanted to create something amazing, and basically everyone was there to cheer her on as she started building the Digital Boss Academy. So enough about the creators. Let's actually talk about what you're going to get. So apart from the communities, we also have live calls in both of these platforms. So in terms of the Digital Wealth Academy, you can see some weeks there are around 5 calls. Some weeks there are only about 2. So there's not much live calls inside of the DWA. It's also on version 2.0, I should probably put out. Now, if we compare that to the Digital Boss Academy, oh my God, there's well over 15 calls this week for the DBA. And it looks like they're starting to increase the amount of calls too. But honestly, I can kind of see why the Digital Boss Academy has got a lot of different types of training for different types of results. And we'll go through the course content in just a bit. So having that multiple different, sources of information, you also have to have other calls to actually support it. Hopefully that makes sense. So many calls inside of the DBA, not so many in the DWA. Once again, both of these are live to join the calls. You just need to be a member. Come and click on the link and you can join. So let's now go to the classroom. This is quite an interesting journey for both of them. So what I like to think about the Digital Wealth Academy is everything is in order from start to finish, right? So if you just start here and start working your way through the program, you'll start to build your business as you start going through it. Now, this is really cool. And as you come through, you can see we're talking about like platforms here, email marketing, building trends, creating content, branding, selling in stories, DMs, going through different parts of Instagram, creating your own digital products, going viral, right? And then it's talking about editing. So if I was to just give you a quick summary, it feels like you were starting your business from scratch, understanding what you're actually building, branding yourself, and then learning how to create content, and then going viral and editing and everything like that. So it's quite a lot focused around something like Instagram or maybe TikTok, and then you go into building your own digital products as well as your own AI persona, getting more automated, and then going on from there. And that's when you start going into other ways to make money online, things like TikTok Shop, UGC, selling your own courses, high ticket masterclass sales, right? Drop shipping, and plenty of other things inside of here too, right? Amazon, print on demand, network marketing, and so forth. There is insane amounts of resources. Now, if we go into the Digital Boss Academy, I have to admit it's a little bit more confusing than the Digital Wealth Academy. So you start off here, you go through, once again, the basics. So mindset, core fundamentals, crash course. You start going through playbooks that you can actually follow, setting up your online stores. So this is very similar. Then we're talking about launching your brand, more digital marketing training, building your brand again, FTC compliance, viral marketing. So still very similar. And then we actually go into the 3 products that actually make up the Digital Boss Academy. So we've got Volume 1, which is all about beginners, right? So once again, then we start again on mindset, then there's email marketing, SEO, UGC, affiliate marketing, content creation. So it's a little bit confusing in my mind, right? Because you start coming through here and we're learning all this about digital marketing, launching, branding, everything like that. And then you go into Volume 1 and it's kind of talking about it again, right? Talking about, the content creation, the mindset, and setting things up. So kind of a little bit confusing inside of it, but I guess the DBA Volume 1 is more of just you don't need to worry about the other stuff, just kind of focus on this part of your business and follow this training. So that's kind of how it works. There's lots of mindset inside of here as well, things like affirmations. And then after Volume 1, then we go into Volume 2. And this is talking about different ways to make money online. Now, you'll see it goes straight into TikTok Shop. We've got print on demand, being a virtual assistant. We've also got things like becoming a travel agent, faceless marketing, wholesale real estate, churro business, Amazon KDP, life insurance, homeschooling and daycare biz, starting your own virtual call center. So you can see, while the Digital Wealth Academy does teach some different ways to actually build your business, there are many different ways inside of the Digital Boss Academy that you can actually build your business. Now, this is good, but it can be kind of overwhelming for people, especially dangerous for people who have shiny object syndrome. I feel like you can start learning a strategy and not actually finish it because there are so many different things that you might be thinking the grass is greener in a different strategy. And if that is not overwhelming enough, if you come down, we've also got Volume 3. This is talking about even more ways to make money online. So we've got advanced UGC, we're talking about buying land and land property banking, Amazon reviewing and influencing, 6-figure music business, freight broker, medical courier. We've got coaching, mentoring, repair, credit company. Like it's insane, right? And that's not all of it either. It keeps coming down after that. We've got replays, ChatGPT, beauty business, social media, PLR Vault, creating a SaaS, e-commerce branding, stocks and crypto, Hall of Bosses, content vault, inspiration, real estate. And then there's even more around the next corner, wealth code mastery, free AI tools for ebooks, 6 figures to scrubs. So it's a lot of training. And honestly, I feel like the DBA is just a little bit overwhelming. I'm not sure if it's just the colors or something, but it kind of feels like it's a little bit all over the show. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing if you know why you're wanting to join and the specific things that you're wanting to join. Once again, there is a lot more support inside of this program. But if you're someone like me that wants to join something with the intention of finishing it and getting a result, this can be kind of overwhelming and a little bit of shiny object syndrome. So honestly, those are the main differences between the Digital Wealth Academy versus the Digital Boss Academy. I do feel like the Digital Wealth Academy, because it's more in a linear type of path that you go through, you start from here, you end up here, and then you can learn about some other ways to make money online. I feel like it's just a more natural flow, and that's probably what other people are thinking too, and that's probably why it's growing so big. But if you're someone that doesn't know what you want to do online just yet, maybe you just want to have more options, then the Digital Boss Academy is probably right for you. Anyway, hopefully this has given you some insight. Let me know down in the comments which one you would actually prefer. If you're already a student inside it, let me know down below which one you've joined. But that is it. That is my DBA versus DWA comparison. Once again, if you decide to join, I've also got all of my bonuses that I'm listing down using the link in the description. But that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.